I'm supposed to be working, but I'm here, on location, on assignment. I'm in the bottom end of the tunnel of temptation. I am here in McCabe's Emporium of, oh, the angels are throwing pillows at me. I'm in McCabe's Emporium of fine furnishings on the Belfast Road in Newry, testing out their beds. Now I, as you will expect, have experienced beds all over the world. Big beds, small beds, soft beds, hard beds, the most wonderful beds imaginable. I'm actually here quite seriously on a bed that is so comfortable, it's almost impossible to describe. I'm in McCabe's in the bed showroom. I'm taking it easy. I want to go to sleep. It's not this kind of permaform shape that you put into some kind of foam. It is something that supports me on thousands upon thousands upon thousands of specially cushioned springs. These are the springs. But the bed is quite magnificent. And the thing to say to you about McCabe's is, you come here, you believe from the front in the Belfast Road that it's a tiny place, that you see one shop window. But when you subject yourself to the tunnel of temptation and walk down, you will then find that it's very different indeed. It's a veritable magnificence of opportunity for romance and for comfort and for magnificent and wonderful furniture. This device, which I don't know what way it works or whatever else, but I'm going to find out. But first of all, we look momentarily along the tunnel of temptation, and then we shall find out about the technology. Well, there you are. We have introduced you to the tunnel of temptation, and now we're with the man himself, Raymond McCabe. We have seen a fair cross-section of what you have here. It's surprisingly large, this place.
It is, Ron, yeah.
Because one thinks that the front is just one shop window, but it's not.
No, and I suppose when we moved out here 30 years ago, we moved
here
out
30 years?
30
on the
years.
Belfast Road?
On the Belfast Road.
I thought I was playing down your yard in Newry 30 years ago, but clearly not. Time passes very quickly.
It certainly does. And I suppose when we moved out, people were saying, you're going away out there, and Newry really finished round Sugar Island. And we moved out for space and vehicles, transport, trucks and so on.
To what extent was that move a leap in faith, if you like?
The yard, as you know it, we rented the yard. The yard was never ours.
In Mary Street?
In Mary Street.
Yeah. Very heart of Newry, the centre of Newry.
So we couldn't do a lot with it, and it was an old lean-to with a tar roof on it, and yes, it served its purpose, it was great, but you know, neighbours, you would drive a lorry down into Mary Street and you'd be blocking their daylight and all the things that go with that, and it wasn't a commercial street, it was a street for families.
Then.
And
what an opportunity we missed, because Newry could have had the most lovely community housing scheme there in the heart of the town. We didn't, we threw it away. But that's neither here nor there. Were you able to take to this place, this emporium of wonderment, the essence of the McCabe philosophy of fine quality, of coming from Belfast, of bringing in the goods, sourcing the goods all over the world, and be that kind of customer-friendly approach?
We were, and we had space to do it. Whereas years ago there was trust in my grandfather Johnny and Hughie McCabe. They would say the furniture would be stacked, as you remember, on top of each other, and Rowan would come in and say, well, they've one round the back and that'll do you. And you would take them at their word.
And you would. And people did.
And it worked. There was trust, and it worked well. Now people, of course, we all want to see showrooms. We want to see it in showroom display.
But more than that, I want to be greeted by you shaking my hand and said, come on in till you see.
Yes.
It's not about big showroom. I can get that in any place.
Well, that's true.
You know, it's about that kind of interpersonal thing. I trust you still, you trust me still, and the more I say I trust you, the better deal I'm going to get, and then we can spit on the hand eventually and we do the deal.
Very much so, and even the lads that work here, like there's 3 lads, and one of them's a cabinet maker, one's an upholsterer, and one's polisher, French
Yeah.
polisher. But they help out on the floor, they meet and greet people. We all wear different hats in here.
Yeah. One of the things I think is exciting about your people here, when you buy something here, the delivery is another chapter in the story of the unit you've bought, because the lads come and they put beds and they put tables and they put all the other bric-a-brac that you've got here. Sorry for calling it bric-a-brac, but it's an affectionate term.
Of course, yes.
They put it, things that aren't supposed to go through doors because these guys are magic.
Well, one of the questions we ask before you purchase something is, we might be a bit nosy, where do you live? Just in case some of the suites won't go through some of the doors. Yeah. But it is important. The most important thing is the customer to get it delivered correctly in one piece and assembled properly.
And it's that feeling of, it's like Christmas Day when your lads arrive with the green van and take the stuff out, bring it up and install it and getting it there. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is good, and they want to keep the customer happy. You know, the staff want to keep the customer happy. To call in, make sure they have it right. Even when they come back to purchase something else, they can say, "Well, I can remember your house, and I can remember you could do with a mirror here, a mirror there," type of thing.
I once put a mirror on my bedroom ceiling a long time ago, and I surprised a very dear, sweet lady who's now in heaven. Bless her. She was my mother-in-law.
Okay.
And she said something like, "Oh, that gives such light to the room." I said, "Doesn't it?" You know, that was a long time ago. In my days of innocence, I will tell you. Now, listen to me. We want to talk about beds today.
Yes.
And look, what's all this about? Is this where's the wire underneath? Stretchy
well, I have
thing,
a few
the
samples
mesh
here to show you what happens with the bed.
Wow.
Now,
what way does that go in the bed?
Well, it starts off with this at the top layer.
Yeah.
And the
Can we
bottom.
go tight on this, Andrew? Andrew's doing that. That's the top layer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then onto that, we have another layer.
Another layer. Yeah.
Then onto this, we have another layer.
Another layer.
And then we repeat it on the other side, because we would tend to insist on getting a turnable mattress, not a non-turnable.
There's a science involved.
Yeah, there is. And it's really gone back, harping back to 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
I want to do this. Keep going.
Yeah. And the science is you build up in layers.
Yeah.
Now this
lovely,
spring here doesn't do a lot on its own.
No.
There's a joey inside it.
A joey.
Joey.
Yeah. Okay.
And what they tend to do, this cable is quite fine.
Yes.
So the cable being fine is for head and toe.
I'm not with you.
For the top of the bed.
Oh, the top of the bed. Not my head and toe.
Not your head or toe.
No, I was confused there.
And the middle girth of the bed, they would use a heavier wire. There would be more compression in it.
Yeah. Now, these are modern beds, and it's modern technology. How do these rate with the mesh stuff that you used to have stretched across the bed and the mattress on top of the mesh, and you cranked it up and you tightened it? Is this a better job?
Well, this isn't modern technology. This is old technology.
Explain.
This was done years ago, where they would have layered beds, and as I showed you the springs, and then they would have layered it with foams, cashmeres. Sorry, no foam, sorry.
Well, wool, cashmere, Egyptian cotton, wool, cotton-rich blend. I like all of that.
Hemp.
Hemp, that's all good. It's stuff.
And the bed has to breathe, because we all lose possibly up on a litre of moisture per week.
In a bed?
In the bed. We sleep in the bed a third of our lives.
Yeah, that's why I came to you. I knew I was going to spend a lot of my time in my bed, so I wanted to get the best bed I could.
And the other thing is, people will love to hear this one, you do not make your bed in the mornings. You turn it down.
Oh, no.
You let it breathe.
Even I would know that.
Let it
Open
breathe.
the window.
Open the window.
Just stand the mattress up.
Well, I would suggest that if you're going on holidays.
Yeah.
It's like a cushion, a feathered cushion you sit in all the time.
Yeah.
You have to take it and fluff it.
You fluff
Encourage it.
Have you ever discovered, I know we're slightly digressing here, but the secret of keeping all the down in the duvet away from the bottom quarter of the bed, how you keep it spread across the whole bed? That's a very difficult
Well, some of the duvets now are done in pocket sections.
Yeah.
where it can't move.
Can't move. That's the way.
The
to
older
do it.
ones,
Yeah.
but we sell duvets as well, Ron. If you have an older one, we can replace it with
Oh, look at the wee smile comes onto the gob of the man McCabe when he thinks he's another sale. I want to ask you a question now, a very important question. The bed I started off on, I just sunk into it. It was lovely. Now, I bought what I thought was the greatest bed in the shop. A very high quality bed, a Harrison bed. It was one of the best. But it's not as wow. It's more of a biah. Now, what's the difference?
Well, you can. This bed here is 12,000 springs.
12,000 springs.
You can order it in gentle, medium, or firm support. There's a summer on the winter side, so there's more fleece on the winter side, and believe me, it does work.
Does work.
There is definitely a difference in the bed. The other thing is the bases in these beds come with this in them.
The bases, yeah.
So they have springs as well.
Yeah. Do you know what's a big turn off for me? Beds that lift up and you store stuff in. Because invariably you're not going to lift the bed up and store it, pull drawers out and do all of that. I like a bed to be as a bed, full stop, a bed. And I love doing the things you're talking about, turning the mattress. And I begin to feel I'm in charge of things.
Well, when a bed becomes a chest of drawers, that's another
It's another thing. But you can handle it.
Ottoman beds, we've never sold them.
Never?
Never sold them.
So I'm not far off the mark?
No.
I think you said Ottoman, did you? The Ottoman Empire. I'm a kind of a chic type person who's lying back and having homage paid to me in bed. It's always the way it is. That's the way it is. But really and truly, taking the technology a wee stage further, and all joking aside, there's something that I never saw on a bed when I was growing up, and it's a sweat sheet.
Okay.
How important is it to have one of those on the bed that you buy at McCabe's?
A sweat sheet? You mean a mattress cover?
Oh, mattress cover.
Cover,
Sorry.
a sweat sheet, right.
I'm sorry I said that. You make me feel...
I've never heard that before,
Never.
but
That's what it is. God
well,
help us. You don't want your sweat going down
there's
into
mattress
the bed.
protectors which are tarling top, and I call it a plastic underneath.
Yeah.
Now that's grand for kids, but for adults you need cotton.
You do.
We sell cotton protectors that they can be taken off weekly or bi-weekly, washed, put back on. You're keeping your bed fresh. Everything's decent about the bed. Then these beds come with an ingredient in the fabric called Pro-Act, and it's to keep bed mites at bay.
Bed mites?
All beds have them. You won't get away from them.
Okay. Okay. Is there... bed mites. Yeah. So that, but you handle that as well. It's all done.
Yeah. We try our best. And there, as I said to you earlier, the other thing you must do with a bed, and anybody who buys a bed, we would sell you a bed to suit your pocket, of course.
Which actually is a false economy if you're cutting to the low. If I'm cutting to the low side of things, I need to. How much can I spend? Double it and buy the bed, because it's in my back, my posture. All of my wonderment is dependent on the ease of repose I have in my bed.
The old saying, you've good shoes, good bed. There's actually an article in Which magazine where they say about, they're not saying to anybody go off medication, but if you've had certainly a good night's sleep, it's part of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you need, as you're saying there, you need the best that money can buy bed-wise.
I think so. Now, I paid, the bed I got from you, how much did I pay you? Can you remember? I can't.
Not enough.
No, not enough. You always say that, you know. But the one thing about you is you'll always deal.
Of course.
Yeah, because it's in you.
Yeah.
I have learned a trick or two from you.
Oh.
I've picked up a trick or two in dealing.
Right.
It's that crucial moment, you know, to walk away.
Yeah.
You do it with aplomb. The walk away. No, I'm not. No. I said, and you call him back, and then you sort of say, right, okay, what's the best you can do? And there's a bed there now. What would we be looking for that bed?
This one is a 4,000 spring count.
Yeah.
You're talking up in £1,200 complete.
What is my bed? How many springs have I got?
I think you have 3,000.
I think so, yeah.
But when you said earlier about technology, beds are changing. They're going to get better, and they're going to get better all the time.
Better, yeah. Am I sleeping today in a better bed than Henry VIII slept in?
You are.
Wow.
Yeah, but
He would never have had my comfort.
on layers. Old 4-poster beds were done in layers,
Layers.
and similar to what I showed you earlier of the layers of wool, hemp. Years ago they used horsehair,
Wow.
but that's gone now.
It's gone. But I mean to say, a 4-poster bed, if I'm in seduction mode, a 4-poster bed gives me more chance of success
Okay.
than this kind of thing here without 4 posters.
Well, we can provide the 4-posters.
You do that as
Not
well?
a problem, of course.
Good, good.
We're only looking at base and mattresses, but we can do the surrounds for you. You like nice surroundings?
I do. Well, yes, absolutely. But I mean, the overall experience of McCabe's is we're getting close to it, and it's a kind of joie de vivre about this place. You come in and it is tempting. It's lovely and it's quality.
Thank you.
And it's not a quality that you pick off the shelf. It's a quality that has grown from the day your grandfather arrived in Uri. And we think that his father, your great-grandfather, may have been in Uri ahead of him.
He was, yeah.
So, you know, and that philosophy that you grew up with, how would you best articulate it?
I probably grew up in Mary Street in the old yard from I was about 13. And you got a bit of what we call reviving polish. It was a polish my grandfather and father used to make up, and you were made polish a piece of furniture before it went out to a customer.
Yeah.
Probably similar to what we do today.
Yeah.
Moved it on. It's buy the best quality we can get and sell what people want and what they can afford.
Yeah.
But quality is the most important thing. Getting the quality right.
If you don't have quality, you have nothing.
No.
You have no basis for anything.
No.
Because when the last wheel comes off the wagon, I ain't coming back to buy another wagon from you. You know, that kind of thing.
And don't get me wrong, like we sell beds. You're looking at one here, £1,200 up. They start at £200 or £300, just depending on people's budget. So we try to suit every pocket, but again, getting the quality right, even at the lower price.
Yeah. The sort of thing I'm not keen on in beds, this foam thing that gives you, retains your shape, your favourite sleeping shape. I have a problem with that. I have 22 favourite sleeping shapes in the course of a night. I'm twisting and turning. So I don't know how this thing would work for me.
Memory foam?
Memory foam.
We don't sell it.
I think you're very wise. Yeah. Now, you're doing a little bit of polishing for me on a table I've just bought from you the other day. When will it be ready?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. Now, did we do the deal on it?
We did the deal.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. But it's you know, it's 200 quid. That was all right.
Correct.
It was okay. Like, I mean, you don't have to spend a fortune in McCabe.
No.
And this is a lovely piece of furniture.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
And it'll be nicer when
you polish it and finish it and all the rest of it. And there's only one problem with all of this. My children have now started to take note of the furniture.
Of course.
And having a debate about who is getting what when I go.
Okay.
Can you imagine that my children would do this to me?
Well, funny, I had a customer in the other day who said, they bought a beautiful sideboard off my grandfather. And I said, that's lovely, but it's not by the time you change it.
McCabe's, it is an emporium of excellence.
Thank you.
You're a man who stands on the shoulders of great men of
Indeed,
your past.
very much so, yeah.
All the way back to Johnny McCabe's own father.
Indeed.
And Johnny McCabe was your grandfather. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Ron.
Go well.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Cheers.
All the best to you.